Well, students, we're going to be working on a clay snowman today. The first thing I would like you to do is to put your name on this little white paper so that I know that it's your snowman. Then you can take your pencil and put it away and just take your name tag and put it next to you. I'm going to carefully hand you this clay. It took me a long time to cut it all out. So I would like you to take it, and I'm going to give you a white piece of paper. You're just going to put it on there so it will help keep your table clean, and it will make it so it doesn't get stuck to the table. Please do not ever poke it, pinch it, smush it. Please be gentle to it. I'm just making sure that it's nice and smooth. These pieces that are on here are gonna be turned from like a square or rectangle into your circle shapes for your snowman. So these are already on here, but you can just gently take them off, and I'm gonna move them next to my snowman. I'm also gonna give you a little tiny cup of water. This little cup of water is important to help stick your pieces of clay together. It kind of works like glue. So I'm going to take one drop of water, put it onto my clay, and then I'm just going to roll this up. Sometimes you kind of need to push it together with your fingers and then roll it in your hands. So all I'm doing is just taking it and I'm just rolling my hands like that to create a ball. I put it in my hand and I just press it a little bit. It's going to be important to just kind of take it and turn it to smooth it a little bit. In my example, I'm going to say, what do I do next? And you're going to say, put water on it. So I put a drop of water right here, and I can put one drop here too, and then that will help stick this one on. Now that I have that one, I put a drop of water on this one, I roll it up, kind of push it together, roll it into a ball, take it in my hand and push it down. That'll turn it into a medium-sized circle. I can just kind of turn it around and keep it smooth. I'm gonna put a drop of water here, a drop of water there. That will get it to stick. And I don't want to use more than one drop, so I might say that too, like how much water should you use? One drop is enough, that's why it's a little cup. I'm gonna do a bad example with this one, because sometimes students will take this and they'll roll it up. That's all a good example. Then they do a good job just pressing it, that's good. And then instead of just smoothing it carefully, they just pinch it all up. Is that my best? No way. So if you do that, I might say, well, let's take it and let's fix it. So I'm just gonna roll it up. And you don't wanna roll the clay in your hand for a really long time because the clay will dry out. So now I'm gonna take it and let's make a nice one, and I'm just gonna press it, and I'm just gonna turn it a little bit and make it look more smooth. I also want to make sure I'm leaving space for my hat. So I don't want to put my head way up here. I'm going to have them touching each other. Now that I have my big, my medium, and my small, so I got big, medium, and small, got room for my hat up here, then I'm going to give you a little bit of extra clay. I think I'm going to show you two ways to make a carrot nose. One would be to just roll it in your hands, and then take the clay and just pinch it a little bit, and it makes it kind of pointy, like a triangle. So you can see that shape is kind of a pointy triangle shape. I could also take it and roll it, and if I just roll it a little bit on the table, and I roll it on one end, then it can get pointy too, and then you can see it's kind of like a carrot shape or a cone shape. So let me just set it on the paper so you can see. So whichever way works for you. One thing I don't want you to do is to make a really long nose like this, because if it's super long like that, they usually will break off. So you want to make it kind of shorter. I'm just gonna put a drop of water right here, and I'm gonna stick the nose on. So always put water on it. I'm just pressing it down, making sure it's nice and smooth. Then I'm gonna make some eyes and a mouth. And I'm gonna make a few pieces at a time. So I'm just gonna roll up a little dot, and I'm gonna set it next to me. Roll up another dot. And they don't have to all be the same size. Roll up another dot, because I'm gonna make a mouth too with dots, kind of like they're made out of coal or something. And I'm gonna do 3 of those. Now that I have these pieces made, I wanna stick them on with water. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna put a drop of water up here, and then I'm gonna take my eyes and I will push them down. Then I'm gonna put a drop of water down here, so let's get a little bit of drop. Don't want to get it too wet. 1 drop is enough. And then these pieces can be the dots for my mouth. The last part I'm going to make today, and if it slides off, pick it up and put it in a good spot. The last part I'm going to make today is the hat. So I'm going to smooth this space out here. And I'm going to take a little piece of clay and I'm going to roll it up into a ball, and I'm going to roll it a little bit in my hand. That's going to make it turn into a line. Roll it next to me just a little bit, and then I can take it and bend it, and that can be a good shape for my hat. So I put water on it here, and then this can be the shape for my hat. I like to do like a little puff ball on the top too, so I'm just going to make a little dot and stick it on with water. Okay, that's all that we need to make today. If you get this done, I would like you to take your name tag and you can just put it on your snowman, and you can just move it over to the side of your desk and I'll pick it up. With the extra time that you have, so we'll just move my snowman over out of the way. With the extra time you have, I would like you to use the extra clay you have to practice making parts to your snowman that we'll add next week. We're not going to put them on, but it would be good to practice rolling out a piece and making a scarf, just like a number 7. Practice making a few buttons. Practice making a belt. Practice making some boots. So these are all things that I would like you to practice, so then we can do a really great job next time, because you already know what to do. Then I might roll out a piece. If I make it long enough, I can have 2 pieces, so then I could make some arms and maybe even make some mittens for them. If you have even more time, you can see I still have quite a bit of clay left. I can use this clay to maybe make a snowflake or make a tree or a sled or other cool things, but I've at least got these things practiced and using just lines and shapes, okay? As you're working on that, I will come by and I will pick up your snowmen, and then this is just practice clay. So like I could take this and make a snowflake here if I had extra time. So please do not tell me you're done. If you tell me you're done, I'm gonna say, oh, keep working on it. Keep adding more ideas. Keep practicing. Use every minute we have. When it is cleanup time, I hopefully will have already picked up your snowmen and name tags. So cleanup will look like this. I'm just gonna take this bigger piece and I'm just gonna use it like a stamp, and I'm gonna pick up all my practice pieces. You can leave those at your spot. When I see that all your extra clay is picked up and it's put next to your water cup, then I'll call kids up to wash their hands. You'll wash your hands, and then I'll give you some paper towel to dry them, and then you can just wipe off. I'll just help you wipe off your spot because I've got towels with me. So let's have fun working with clay today, making our clay snowmen.